With layoffs on the rise and a national recession becoming more of a reality, residents in Colorado are beginning to face difficult decisions to feed and protect their loved ones. Previously a problem for a few, our state has seen a 20% increase in food stamp applications over the past year and a half. Many of our residents are applying for food stamps for the first time, and the road is not easy. Long lines, confusing paperwork, and delayed decisions mean that hard-working men and women must make tough choices to ensure their family's safety and welfare.
A client or a potential applicant will show up at a county office at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they will stand in line and they will sit with a county worker who is already processing probably a backlog of food stamp applications or TANF applications or Medicaid applications. So this worker is already overwhelmed and overburdened with the work that they need to do for other applicants.
Selfless and dedicated county office employees are working hard to take care of our citizens. But with so many people needing assistance, the problem is worsening each passing day.
Denver County processes 3,300 folks a month, and I think they have 11 caseworkers, so you can just imagine what a strain that is for the county worker to try to expedite the completion of an application in a very quick way, and then help the applicant feel comfortable, and then meet the goal of processing so many applications a day.
Seamless Compassion, a Colorado-based program, understands our state's challenges and is here to help. Made up of a broad coalition of counties, nonprofit organizations, and community-based organizations, Seamless Compassion helps our fellow residents apply for benefits programs. Many responsible workers, like Carol, are laid off and unsure of the benefits application process. Stacy, an eligibility technician with the state of Colorado, is able to sit down with Carol and begin the process using the Seamless Compassion program.
The very useful thing about having an online application process is that it speeds up the application process, and the way that Seamless Compassion works is it's an interviewing process, so it's very easy for you to answer questions that pertain to you because the questions are context sensitive. For instance, if I am a male in Alamosa, I actually don't have to answer the pregnancy questions that are on the application. They will default to no. I don't have to fill that out. That's a wonderful plus, and that will work for all applicants who are able to have access to Seamless Compassion.
The logic-driven interview is the secret behind Seamless Compassion's efficiency and ease. By asking Carol several basic questions, Stacy is able to determine what programs Carol is eligible for within minutes. From there, Carol is able to go through the interview with Stacy, only answering biographical questions such as her name and address once. These answers will then be populated onto the necessary forms that will get Carol and her children the assistance they need. Colorado residents who are comfortable beginning the process can do so even before traveling to their local county office or outreach center.
The added benefit, especially now in these economic hard times, is that we are now looking at a potential client who is computer literate, who has never had to access the system before for public benefits, and who probably has internet service at home. And this is probably a client who saw themselves as a taxpayer and not necessarily a receiver of tax money, and may have some ideas and some stigma about what it means to go into the county office. If we have an online system for that person to qualify or to fill out the application, they can sit at home, they can answer these interview questions, they can complete the application, they can submit it, They can mail it in to the county offices, and they can go through the process of receiving either an approval or a denial. Another wonderful thing about this is that we will be creating a new and innovative approach for outreach. If we are able to set up kiosks at key sites where clients come for other services, whether it's housing, whether it's gathering food at a food bank, or dropping your kids off at school, they can sit down and they can fill out an application on their own. The application process, because it is an interview process, is very easy for the clients. They're just answering questions that they would normally answer anyway. And then once that application is received and processed, the client is able to go on and spend their food stamp money, or they're able to receive their Medicaid benefits. And both of those are an income to the client, but they are an income also to the immediate community. So if for every dollar that I spend in food stamps, my community, specifically my grocers, reap a benefit of $1.73. For Colorado, because we only provide food stamps to half of the population that are eligible, when you take that statewide, you are talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Even if we service 3,300 more families in Denver County alone, we will reap the benefit of $10 million within a year's time. And that is money that the county needs, that is money that the families need, and that is money that the state needs. The state also has the ability to use that plan, that outreach plan, to draw down on other federal dollars, which are specifically put in place to support outreach in food stamps and in Medicaid. So a family of 4, which is now receiving $400 a month, will actually put back into the community over $1,000 a month. And if you multiply that by 289,000, you can imagine the benefits for the state of Colorado.
To learn more about Seamless Compassion, please visit seamlesscompassion.com.